If you want to grow a bigger chest, shoulders, and triceps, keep watching this video because I'm going to give you guys 10 of my best push-ups for hypertrophy. Now, the very first exercise I'm going to be going over is something called pseudo planche push-ups. But these aren't any regular old pseudo planche push-ups. These are pseudo planche push-ups with parallettes. Now, the reason why I'm using parallettes is to get a deeper stretch on my chest and my shoulders. This is primarily going to be a worker for your chest and your front delt here. However, there will be some tricep involvement as well as you extend back up. Now, basically what a pseudo planche push-up is you're going to move your hands from your chest down to your hips and push through your hips. And it's going to look like this. Some things to keep in mind is you want to make sure that you're leaning forward the entire time. Because see, if I lean back like this, that's cheating. I'm taking weight off my palms. And if I lean too forward and sink my hips down and my legs are sagging towards the ground, that's obviously gonna be bad form and it's gonna take some pressure off the push-up again. So you wanna keep your core tight, you wanna keep your legs straight, and you wanna lean all the way forward as far as you can, then slowly lower on the eccentric. Don't touch the ground, don't rest on the ground like this. Push back up, squeeze, and that's the pseudo planche push-ups. You also want to make sure you're not sagging down like this. You want to fully extend the shoulders there. Boom, back down, press back up. Now again, highly recommend you do these with parallettes because it's going to give you that next level stretch combined with the fact that you're pushing a larger percentage of your body weight through your hips. This is an excellent exercise to build the chest, shoulders, and a little bit of the triceps as well. The next push-up we have are one-arm push-ups. Now, obviously the reason why one-arm push-ups are hard to do is because you're taking a regular push-up and you're essentially doubling the weight you're doing on one arm. This can be an effective approach to progressive overload, and it can stimulate a lot of hypertrophy in the chest, shoulders, and triceps. And archer push-ups are basically the same thing, except you're gonna have one arm out like this. And the further you have it out, by the way, the harder it's gonna be. And you're gonna use this arm as support. And basically, you're gonna press down like a one-arm push-up, except you're using this other hand as support over here. Boom. Then you can switch hands up and do it with the other arm. And this is how you can do archer push-ups. Now, just like a normal push-up, you wanna make sure you're fully extending and you're not resting on the ground. And you're going slow through eccentric, keeping your legs straight and keeping your core tight. Now up next, we have pike push-ups. But again, not just any ordinary pike push-ups. These are actually elevated deficit pike push-ups. Again, I have the parallettes here for more of a stretch on the shoulders. I really like this exercise and I really like using the parallettes with these because it's gonna give that stretch in the shoulders again. And the fact that I have my feet elevated up on the bench behind me means that I'm pushing a larger percentage of my body weight again. Some key points here is you actually want to have all your weight leaning onto your palms. You want to be on your tippy toes. A lot of people actually, what they do in the pike push-up, which is fine if you're a beginner. However, if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you don't want to lean back like this. You actually want to lean on your tippy toes. You want to lean all the weight onto your palms, and you'll definitely feel the difference when you lean all the way into your palms. Boom, press down, extend fully up, and protract the shoulders, which means basically this little movement here, that's gonna be activating the shoulders a lot more. All right, so the very next push-up we're gonna be focusing on here is wall handstand push-ups. The reason why wall handstand push-ups are so effective is simply because you're pushing all of your body weight. This is definitely gonna be a massive hypertrophy stimulus for your shoulders especially, but it's gonna target a little bit of the upper chest as well. Now the pike push-ups we did are gonna stimulate your shoulders as well. However, this takes it to a whole nother level because you're pushing all of your body weight. The reason why we're doing them against the wall is and not doing free handstand push-ups is number one, because I can't do free handstand push-ups yet. However, I did hold the handstand a couple seconds. Follow me on Instagram if you want to get updates on my calisthenic skills progress. The other reason why is because if you can actually hold a handstand and if you can do handstand push-ups, the reason why you don't want to do them for hypertrophy reasons is because you're likely to give out in balance before you actually fatigue the shoulders enough for them to grow. If you take your handstand push-ups, put them against the wall, you're actually going to be able to push closer to failure and thus stimulate more hypertrophy. Now the next push-up I'm going to talk about are ring push-ups. Now the reason why I like ring push-ups is because as you can see here, I can take these push-ups and actually squeeze my chest together like this under load. It's basically like a bodyweight chest fly. And speaking of bodyweight chest flies, you can actually do that here as well. If you have a couple of gymnastic rings, boom, there's your body weight chest fly. Super effective at targeting the chest, obviously. Now, anything that brings your hands together like this, or your palms together or elbows together like this, is gonna activate that chest. And this is a super effective way of doing it because, again, you're bringing your chest together under the weighted load of your body weight. In general, I'd highly recommend purchasing some gymnastic rings because they do offer a plethora of exercises that are super beneficial and effective for hypertrophy. Now, this next push-up is very simple. It's simply gonna do regular push-ups, but added weight to yourself. So basically, you wanna buy a weight vest or get some sort of device that you can put weight plates onto yourself, and you're gonna do basic weighted push-ups. The benefit of this is obvious. You can take your regular push-up and make it harder. But what's so great about this is because you're doing the same movement patterns, you can actually use progressive overload more accurately because you're able to add more weight to yourself in the same exact movement. That way you're not changing up the focus of the muscle. For example, if we were gonna go from regular push-ups to decline push-ups, you would actually shift the focus a little bit more to the upper chest, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, if you wanna make progress linearly, take literally any push-up and add weight to yourself. This next push-up is called dive bomber push-ups. Now, the reason why this is great is because it works literally every single push muscle. So like right here, I'm working the triceps on this little extension here. On the way down, I'm working the chest more. On the way up here, working the shoulders, boom, working the chest, triceps, and then back to shoulders. Now, obviously, it's gonna work all of them throughout the entire movement. However, if you have any weaknesses, this is the reason why I like this movement, is because if you have any weaknesses whatsoever, this is gonna expose those weaknesses. And this can tell you exactly what you need to work on in terms of strength and hypertrophy. If you have a weak point, you're definitely gonna feel it. If it's in your shoulders, it's gonna be harder to push up on that last movement. If you have a weakness in your triceps, it's gonna be hard to extend. And if you have a weakness in your chest, you're obviously gonna feel that as well. What I like to do with these is actually put them at the end of a workout and use it as a burnout set. I take these to failure. And for those who didn't believe you could target your triceps with bodyweight exercises, here's an exercise for you called tiger bend push-ups. Now here I have my butt a little bit more up in the air. That way I have a little bit more room to move my body to do this movement. However, the further you lean out this way, the easier it's gonna get because the less body weight you're leaning onto it. And the more you lean forward, the harder it's gonna be to do these because you're leaning more body weight onto them. So again, obviously this movement right here is going to be growing your triceps bigger and stronger because you're targeting them with your body weight. Now, obviously it's gonna target a little bit of the chest, a little bit of the shoulders for stability reasons. However, this is the best it gets in terms of pure, just you have the floor and you want to target your triceps, boom, you can do these and literally do them at the end of your workout, take these to failure, and you're gonna be seeing your triceps grow bigger and stronger. And on the same note of training triceps, if you have a bar, you can actually do like a body weight tricep extension. Now, this is not the perfect setup for it. However, it'll do for this video. The reason I like this one over the tiger bend push-up is because you can actually find something you can put your head through and really get a really good stretch on those triceps through a full range of motion. This is definitely very intense, and you can highly target and bias the triceps here. Now, last but certainly not least, I do apologize for the angle here. However, I have limited space here. We got decline push-ups. These are not any regular decline push-ups. What I'm focusing on here is actually doing push-ups closer to my face and in a diamond position. And I'm really focusing on rotating my palms in and trying to bring my elbows together. Even though your arms aren't gonna move because they're stationary on the ground and fixed to the ground, this is just gonna activate the upper chest more. The reason why you're gonna activate the upper chest more in a decline position here is because of the way the muscle fibers work. If you push from up here and you squeeze together from up here, that's gonna target the upper chest. Squeeze together here, that's gonna be middle chest, and squeeze down the bottom here, that's gonna be lower chest. Even though some people say there's not such thing as a lower chest, I think as a PSYOP, I do believe in a lower chest because I can definitely feel it a lot more in this area here if I'm pushing down this way, right? That's just a side tangent anyways. So yes, if you want a bigger upper chest right here, as you can see those striations right there, doing the decline push-ups this way towards your face is gonna be something you can use to grow a bigger, stronger upper chest. Shout out to Austin Dunham because I did learn those from him. And now that you've made it to the end of this video, just a little bit of a bonus tip here. Incorporate dips into your routine, specifically weighted dips. I do weighted dips literally every single push workout because it's so effective. I believe dips is like the upper body squat. A lot of people don't like dips. Some people have opinions that dips are not that great at targeting for hypertrophy. However, I highly disagree. If you're a calisthenics athlete, you should be doing weighted dips because you're definitely gonna grow bigger chest, shoulders, and triceps if you progress them. They're technically not a push-up, however, it does train push muscles, so this is just a little bit of a bonus exercise.